Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's tutorial I'll be teaching you how to draft an asymmetric bodysuit corset. Let's get started, guys. From the top of my pattern, I'll be taking my shoulder measurement. To get to shoulder measurement, divide your armhole by 2. My armhole divided by 2 is 7. So guys, this 7 will serve as my chest line, 10 bust point, 13 under bust, 17 half length. Then I'll be measuring my crotch. My crotch is 9.5, so I'll measure 9.5 there. That means my total length will be 26.5. I hope you understand what I'm saying. So right now I'll be running these dots in a straight line. So guys, I'll go ahead to label on my line. This is my chest line, my bust point, under bust, half length, and my crotch. I hope you understand what I'm saying. So right now so guys, at this point here I'll be measuring my nipple to nipple divided by 2, which is 4. Divide your nipple to nipple by 2, mark it on your crotch, your half length, your under bust point. You can see what I'm marking mine, and your chest line. Divide your nipple to nipple by 2. My nipple to nipple is 8, so dividing it by 2 is 4, and I'll be marking it. So guys, at this point I'm trying to cross check my dart to show you what I mean. You can see your dart divided by nipple to nipple divided by 2. You mark it down. Then after marking out all your dots, use your ruler to connect it in a straight line. So guys, after I'm done connecting this line, I'll come over to my under bust. I'll be marking half an inch at the both side. I'll be marking half an inch at the both side of my under bust. Mark half an inch at the both side of your under bust. You can see what I'm doing. I'm marking half an inch at the both side. Then I will do the same thing to my crotch. I'll mark half an inch at the both side here. This is to help me to form my dart. I hope you understand what I'm saying. So I'll be connecting these darts. Look at what I'm doing and do yours the same way. So guys, I'll come over to my bust point. I'll come down by 1 inch. Come over to your bust point, come down by 1 inch. Use your curve ruler and connect this curve. If you don't have a curve ruler, use your free hand. You can see the way I'm connecting my curve. Please connect your curve the same way. I'm sorry I made a mistake when I was marking my darts, so make sure you mark your darts in a straight line before you make your curve. So right now, come over to your under bust and bust point. You can see this place I just make this dot. Place your tape rule there and be marking the difference between your under bust and bust point. This is what I'm marking. Measure it and you'll be marking it like this to create your circle. Please do yours the same way, the way I'm doing it. Do not let your tape rule move away from the dot you made to your bust point. Make sure that your tape rule does not move away from that dot. I'm sorry that my camera later got blurred, so please do bear with me. I hope you understand what I'm saying. Just make a circle with the difference between your bust point and under bust. Hope you understand what I'm saying. You can see I'm trying to indicate it here for you. So this is my circle. You can see what it looks like. Guys, I'll be coming over to my chest line here. You can see what I'm doing. I will come down by half an inch. This is how low I want my chest to be. Depending on how low you want your chest to be, you can maintain your chest line if you want to. At this half an inch, I'll be coming in by half an inch. Hope you understand what I'm saying. So guys, at this point here, I'll come over to my bust point. I'll be measuring my bust divided by 4, which is 9. My bust divided by 4 is 9. Then I'll be connecting it, meeting the chest line. You can see what I'm doing. Please do yours the same way. So guys, at this point here, I'll come over to the line at my chest line, the line I just made now. I'll be coming down by half an inch, and I will use my ruler to connect this line in a straight line. This line does not have any measurements, just connect it in a straight line. That's what I just did. So right now guys, it's time for me to create our cup, but before that I need my bust tightening. I'll come over to my chest line, this part that I have my line. I'll be going in by half an inch at the both sides. You can see what I just did. Then I'll be connecting to my ruler in a slant to meet my bust point. You can see what I just did right now. I'm trying to blend it out. Please do yours the same way. So at this point, I'll go ahead to blend this place to meet the darts. You can see what I'm doing. I'm going to blend these two darts to meet each other. You can see also do yours the same way. So guys, at this point, it's time for me to create my cup. I'll bring in my pattern master. I need to pay attention. Here, look at what I'm going to do. I'm going to connect these two lines, meeting this 1/2 inch at my chest line. Then I'm going to also do the same thing to meet the under bust. You can see what I just did. Please do yours the same way. And I'm repeating the same thing here. Look at the place I place my pattern master, and please repeat yours the same way I'm doing it. And I also repeat it here by connecting this line, meeting my under bust. You can see what I just did. So guys, this is my cups. So right now I'll come over to this chest line. Look at what I'm going to do here. I'm going to come in by 1/4 inch. This is to help me tighten my bust. So go ahead and do yours the same way. This part I'm using my red marker to make it more visible for you to see. Go ahead and do the same way and connect it in a slant. So guys, I'll go ahead to label my cups. This is side front 2, this is center front 1, and this arrow here is indicating that this is where the cups will be facing when I'm cutting on my fabric. Hope you understand what I'm doing. This part I'm shedding, I won't be making use of it. I'll be cutting it out. So guys, right now I need you to pay attention here. I'll come over to my crotch. I will be coming down by 2 inches at my crotch line. You can see what I just did. Then I will go in by 1/2 inch. At this 1/2 inch, I'll be connecting it. You can see what I just did. I'm connecting those lines. So guys, I'll come over to the middle of my half length and crotch. You can see what I just did, and I'm marking the middle. At this part I made this point here. I'll be connecting it in a straight line. You understand what I'm doing? This line here will serve as my hip. So guys, it's time for me to take my body measurement. I will mark my bust. I've already marked my bust divided by 4 already, which is 9. I'll check what I have here in this dart here, and I'll be marking, which is 1.5. I'll be marking it out. Then I'll come over to my waistline. I'll measure my waist divided by 4, which is 8. Measure the dart, which is 1 inch, and add it. Then I'll come over to this hip line. I will measure my hip divided by 4, which is 9. I'll check my darts and I'll add it. Guys, at this point I'll be using my ruler to connect these lines to get my curve. Look at what I'm doing, and please do yours the same way. You will notice that I did not add any sewing allowance to this pattern. Well, it's because my fabric is stretchy and there will be no zipper for this. But if your fabric is not stretchy, you can just go ahead and add your zipper allowance and also add your body allowance. But my fabric is very stretchy, so I am not adding any allowance. At this point here, I'm going to be making my curve. You can see what I just did. Make your curve here from your hip to meet the 2 inches that you went down at your crotch line. Look at what I'm doing and do yours the same way. I'm trying to blend it out. This is it. It's time for me to start cutting. Look at the parts I'm cutting and cut yours the same way. So guys, it's time for me to work on the bodies. I need you to pay attention here. I'll be slanting this dart here. Just look at what I'm doing. And I will stop a little away from the dart, you can see, so that I can be able to fold in this part. Just look at what I'm doing, and please do yours the same. I'm repeating myself again, but at this point I'll be using my glue to glue it down. Use your tape to tape it, or you can just use your glue to glue it down. I'm using a glue, so go ahead and use your glue or your tape to tape it down. This is to help me close up my dart, because I don't want to have any opening in this corset bodysuit. I don't want to have any opening there. No joining will be in this corset. So this is it, guys. This is my cup, and this is my front bodies. This is what my front bodies is looking like. So guys, if you have not subscribed to my channel, please do subscribe, put on the notification bell, and share, comment, tell me what you think about this video. This is my back. So it's time for me to draft the back bodies. I'm going to be using this little paper here to draft it out. I don't need much for it. So guys, I'll be pinning all my patterns to my paper. That's what I'm doing. So go ahead and do yours the same way. I don't need to draft any basic body again because I'll be using my front paper to get my back. So right now at my back, at this part here, can see what I'm doing. I'll be coming down by 6 inches. After I came down by 6 inches, I'll be drilling a straight line to make sure that the lines are equal. Then I'll come over to the down part here, come in by 1.5 inches, just the way I did for the front. You understand what I'm saying? Then I'll be connecting these 1.5 inches together. Then after this, I'll be making a curve. Just do yours the same way that I'm doing mine to meet this hip line. And after making this sketch, I'll bring in my pattern master to connect my hip very well. So do yours the same way. Just look at what I'm doing and please do yours the same way. So guys, at this point, you can see what I did. I'll be tracing this part out. You can see what, so I needed a little more paper for my back because this paper was not enough. So go ahead and extend this line here. So I went ahead to join another paper to it. So guys, I'll be cutting this part out. Look at what I'm doing and do yours the same way. So this is the part that I need. You can see all the parts that I'm cutting out. Go ahead and cut yours the same way. Just look at what I'm doing and please do yours the same way. Then I'll go ahead to cut this in a straight line. This top here, we're going ahead to be cutting it in a straight line. After that, I'll be taking out my front pattern. So this is my back. At my back here, I'll be coming down by, it depends on how low you want your back to be. I'll be coming down by 1 inch. Then I'll be using my curve rule to connect it in a curve. Look at what I'm doing and do yours the same way. So right now I'll be cutting this part out. So guys, go ahead and do yours the same way. If you have not subscribed to my channel, please do subscribe, put the notification bell to get notified when I post a new video. Don't forget to share, like, comment to tell me what you think about this video. So guys, this is the end of this tutorial. See you in my next video. Bye.